Alright, what's up guys? So, this is going to be either a quick episode or maybe 12-13 minutes. Pretty busy today, so I need to finish everything. I'm doing a lot better, getting a lot more sleep. Also feeling a lot better. I don't have the flu anymore, so glad that was just like a thing that only lasts 3-4 days, so yeah. But this is episode 4, so this is episode 44 in the entire series, which is crazy. So I have 9 episodes left instead of the normal 6, so that's pretty good. So if this is your first time here, so normally I have 10 episodes a season. That's why the first 4 seasons came out to 40 episodes. But since the 5th season and it's a milestone, I wanted to do 13 instead of the normal 10. The first 10 episodes are going to be brand new episodes, and then the final 3 are going to be my 5 to 6 favorite paranormal experiences I've ever said. So those will be pretty big episodes because they're going to be all of kind of like highlights, my favorites of the entire series. And unless I include like the season, like the last new episode, I'm just going to do from the first 4 seasons, and that's all I'm going to do. So this paranormal experience I'm going to tell you guys is really creepy. The first 5 episodes, except episode 1, that was an experience that happened to my father. Episode 6 would be the last paranormal experience that I'll be talking about that has to do with Jennifer. And all of her paranormal experience that happened in her first house. So I'm going to be telling 5 paranormal experiences. This will be the 3rd one, then the next 2, and then episodes 7 through 10 will be brand new paranormal experiences that probably will be 2 for me and 1 from somebody else, and then the season finale, which is shaping up to be the craziest paranormal experience I've ever had. So far, my favorite episode that I've ever done was the season 4 finale. That paranormal experience, I still, it was like a perfect storm. If you are a paranormal investigator, which I haven't done a paranormal investigation probably 7-8 years, you know the Holy Grail, or the perfect storm of evidence, and the perfect storm of that one investigation that you will always remember. Well, that happened that night, but it wasn't an investigation. It was just one paranormal experience after the other, and yeah. But this paranormal experience I'm going to tell you guys today is going to be my favorite that I've told of this entire season so far. So this happened around, at the very most, 2010. At the very earliest, 2009. So Jennifer was home. This was around 9 o'clock at night. It was winter, but Florida, they don't really have winters that much. This most recent winter was like a winter for them, as they, for the first time in the city that she lives in, got under 50 degrees. It was 47 degrees. She said, this is the coldest temperature I've ever had, and I was like, really? That's the coldest? If it was 47 degrees here, I would have shorts and no shirt on, because 47 is nothing. The wind chill got as low as negative 60 where I live, which is the lowest ever. So, yeah. So that's a 107 degree difference between the two of us that day. But, so it was December of, at the very most, 2010. So it was almost 2011. And she had so many clothes by this point that she had to put some downstairs, so she put it in like this, I don't know what to call it. It wasn't like a drawer, but it was like one of those that you, like a, not like a box, but one of those things that you can pull. There's 3 different things that you can pull out of, and that's what it was. She put the clothes in there. And one day she was just getting some clothes, and I asked her specifically what clothes, and she said she needed socks, and I think it was socks and a shirt. Socks and shirt. She said that the socks were at the bottom and the shirts were at the top. And while she was getting them, it was just her downstairs. All of a sudden, she hears footsteps coming down the stairs, as if someone would normally just come down the stairs. And it stopped right next to her. So she thought that, as anybody would, that someone was down there. So she said, "Yeah, what do you need?" And she turned right next to her, and nobody was there. So she got a little bit scared. But after a while, she thought that, okay, that was just like a one-time thing, no big deal. But when she's gets everything done and she's walking up the stairs, all of a sudden she hears the footsteps following her up the stairs. And it's going basically, so when she stops, you can hear this, basically, imagine this is the sound that I'm going to make, her walking up the stairs. Well, but behind her she heard footsteps following her, and then when she stopped, she heard 2 steps, and then stopped. And then, so she immediately ran upstairs and closed the door. So a month goes by, and doesn't hear anything like that, so she's downstairs like I am. And she's watching stuff on YouTube. I forgot what she was watching. I think it was probably like, who's popular in January or February of 2011, Smosh, something like that. Smosh or iSexy or something like that. I remember me watching iSexy in like 2012 and early 2013 or something like that. But I think it was like Smosh or something tutorials, something like that, for like makeup and stuff. I think it was something tutorials. I forgot what it was. Nikki Tutorials, I think it's called. I don't know. She was watching that downstairs. Then all of a sudden, she hears footsteps coming down the stairs at that same speed and same pace, and then it stops. So she had a chair like I have for Scooby right now, and he's sleeping right next to me. But it stops right at the chair, and she gets this rush of cold air. And if you don't know, when a spirit needs the energy, usually that comes off as cold. And that's what she heard. So, she didn't feel any malicious intent and all that stuff. She didn't feel any bad energy or anything like that. It felt good. So, not even 2 days later, it happens again, but it comes from, not from the stairs, but it comes from the other side of the room. It comes next to her, sits down, or it sounds like, and feels like the spirit sat down. And then that kept on happening, basically until the day that she moved, which is around 2012 when she moved. It was January of 2012 when she moved. So, yeah. So that is it. So next week we will be doing the 4th paranormal experience for her. So episode 5 will be the last paranormal experience for Paranormal Adventures for her, but episode 6 for me will be the last one. Or maybe not. Maybe that will be just the last one. Episode 5 will be possibly. I don't know, but that is it. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.